Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Good evening, crypto friends. How are we doing out there? We're live. It's Friday. Good day for crypto. As you can see on the screen, we're looking at the heat map across the crypto space. Lots of green everywhere. BTC is up. Ethereum is up for the day. Going to have a look here at PolkaDot. You see the darker green. We're starting to get a little bit of movement here. Some of these names. Let's have a look at the charts. We're looking here at BTC.D. Got itself all the way up there, as I mentioned in the title card. 43,376.29 is your resistance level to watch out for. And let's get on up there and get support for you. And we'll look at the 1 hour, split that candle up just so we can dial that in. There we are. And let's look at support at the 42,443.42. RSI did get overbought, and we're back in the clear for now. So keep an eye on the RSI level out here. If you are new to the space or new to the channel, and you're looking at all this, trying to figure out what it is, I see some new folks out there. There's a how-to video posted over there in the chat. You can click that link and head over there. Very short tutorial, kind of explains all the indicator that I use on a daily basis to chart crypto based off about 7 or 8 years of doing so. So have a look at that. Commercial is over. Before we head on, let's move that stop loss. If you are currently active in a trade, I would set my stop loss just beneath this 12-day moving average. So that will get you some protection should we need to come down and retest support. Moving on to Ethereum, that's ETH.D. As you know, Ethereum is on the move. Hard fork yesterday went very well, so there's some good feedback on that. So let's have a look here at your support level at 2877.87. And we will have resistance. We can bring that down right there at the 2910.69er. So let's see. Volume is trailing off, and RSI is in good shape. This line down here in the volume area shows the average volume. So we're just falling below average volume. Let's move on to BNB USD. That's Binance Coin. Let's have a look at your resistance level. Up there to 341.738 is resistance, and support level currently going to be 338.69. So we're taking that off that low. And we do have this 26-day moving average beneath us. I will show you that we have the 12, the 20. That's the red line there. The 26-day moving average, blue. 50-day orange, 100-day yellow. They're all stacked up for continuation to the upside. So keep that in mind. And let's move on to FILUSD. Having a really good day here. It's up 8.80%. And coming up as we speak to test our resistance level. So let's see if we can get past there, folks. We're looking up there at the 63.041. And let's kind of zoom out for you here and see what would happen if we get past. We may have to go to, I'm sorry, I've been on the 1 hour all this time. There we go. That makes sense. So we see here past price history. We kind of got into that evaluation zone. That's why I leave all these things so I can back test everything I do. So if we can get through this resistance level right here at the 63.041, we're going to look up and retest this pivot high. And if we get past there, folks, we are off and running to the races. So back in at support. Let's look at the support level for you. We're looking at support at the 61.1597. And as I mentioned, so watch out for this. This is a very good demonstration of upside potential when you have the 12 over the 26, over the 50, and over the 100-day moving averages. The only thing that's working against us, if you're a bullish trader like myself, or bullish minded or biased, we are overbought. That means that the RSI is above the 70 level. Typically means we need to come down, retest support, give everybody some confidence that we can continue to go. Heading on over to Storj USD, up 2.28% for the day. So Storj having a good day as well. So we're right there as we speak. 1.1291 resistance. Very close by support at the 1.114. Heading on to IOTA. That's Internet of Things. And we are looking at, just one second here. Having a few difficulties. Just bear with me one sec, folks. We are looking up here at the, someone just texted me and said there was issues on their end, so I think we're okay. If you could give me a 1 in the chat, I'll see you out there. That you do have audio. Just a quick check. Thank you. I do see we're doing okay on Twitch and some of the other platforms, but YouTube must be on their end. Sorry about that, folks. Let's get back at it. So we're looking up at resistance here for IOTA at the 0.9249. Support is at the 0.9077. Heading over to comp, USD CONP is the ticker for that name. We're pulling this data. We're using TradingView, but we're pulling it from Coinbase. And we are looking up at resistance right there. If you didn't get out in this trading plan here, previously when we got up there, now's your chance. So watch out for we poke into this sell target up here. And resistance up at the 485.129. And support is going to be down there. We have 1, 2 in the bodies of these candles. So a nice line of support to lean back on the 454.862 for comp. So comp, a lot of support up here. Plus we have the 12 up running above us. I'm sorry, below the current price. Comp in good shape. Heading on with BAT/USD. That's basic attention coin. And we are getting there. We'll go ahead and be optimistic up there at the 0.7052. Currently testing this pivot. These little numbers here, you see that's a pivot high. And I have that indicator. And I said in that tutorial, this is the pivot HL55. So that gives you the pivot high and low. So hit that tutorial up if you want to join me with charting. So there we are at support for 0.6748. And then also you have just coming up underneath us that 12-day moving average. Trending upward, up, up. So up and away for BAT. And if I were me, I would put my stop loss just underneath this 26-day moving average. Let's move on to Ethereum Classic. That is ETC/USD. We're up 1.07% for today. I'm thinking everybody's figured with all this regulation talk going on, now's the time to get into crypto so you can get grandfathered into this stuff. So let's look at support. 52.212, 53.037 is your resistance. On to MANA/USDC. That's MANA. So we can see that little thin line right there is a pivot and we can pull that back. Right there it is. So we'll pop that resistance level on top of that. Zoom back in so everyone can see 0.75723 is that resistance level. And previous open right there, that thin dotted yellow line, let's line up with that, is a good solid support, 0.737441. And then we'll drop in just beneath that 12-day moving average for your stop loss. On to ZIL, ZIL, USD. How we doing on time? Yep, I'm running a little behind. Try to keep this under 15 minutes for you folks so someone can endure it. So we do have our resistance up there, 0.09158. And support, we may have to pop into that. I bet it's right in there. On the 1 hour time frame, there we go. Boom, nailed it. 0.0878. And back to the 4 hour, let's go on to NUUSD. NU is up 2.30%. And we have resistance up at the 0.2480 and support right there unchanged at the 0.2371. On to NMR USD. Pretty much stuck in this range. Look at this thing. It's getting tighter and tighter. And I would wager there's going to be an explosion coming up here soon. So we're going to leave that. We'll tighten that up just a little bit more because we have 1, 2, 3 times the lady all the way across there. Support level at the 38.305. And that's your support, and 39.524 resistance. GRT USD, that's the graph token as you and I know it. So we're looking at resistance at the 0.7155 and resistance. That was your resistance. Let's try that again. 0.7155 resistance and 0.6909er support. RSI in good shape. Let's get that stop loss on up there for you folks that may be day trading this. So jump on in there just below that 12-day moving average here on the 4 hour time frame. On to UNI USD. Uniswap having a good day today. It's up 3.28% and couldn't get through that 26.983 or 938, I should say, resistance. And we'll bust that candle up right there. Pop into the 1 hour. I almost got it. I'm 1 for 2. There's your support level. 26.059. Moving on to AAVE USD. Back to the 4 hour time frame. Met some resistance there at the 376.525 and familiar support. You see we retested this little spinning top at the 367.433, and also notice that we are starting to follow this 12-day moving average on the upside. So let's go on to MKR USD. It's down 0.78%, so it's not having just as good a day as some of the other names. So it could be a laggard, so I'll watch out for that. And let's see if we can find support on the 1 hour. There she be. So I'm 2 for 3. So we're looking at 3231.59 support. And once again, 3378.186 resistance. On to MATIC. That's MATIC USD. It's up 1%. We'll give it that. 0.99 to be exact. For you folks that like to do those kind of things. So we're dialing it in. Look at here. 1, 2. 2 times resistance right there to 1.1011. And holding support at there. So Here, go back to the 1 hour. So 2 for 4. 1 hour 1.064 support. And let's go on to SOL USD. It's up 6.24%. And it's having a good little run up here. You see this tightening range that we had this morning? We finally broke through there. That would have been a good day trade for you. And so we're looking at right on resistance as we speak. 39.7390. Then watch for this next high as you break into that $40 mark. And then let's jump up here and bust through that big candle. Again, we'll switch to the 1 hour, do that. There it is. Pretty close. 2 for 5. Not too bad. Up. I should say this. We have a double bottom, folks. 1, 2. At 39.3434. Heading on over to audio. Into the NFTs now. Audio, as I indicated on the title card. Maybe I did not. Nope, not this particular one. That was this morning. Continued to climb, so we're still gaining altitude with audio. And we're up 15.97% for today. So it looks like NFTs are starting to warm up again. And let's pop into, I think I got this out of the 1 hour time frame. Actually, I think it was a 30-minute. I had to go all into there. And we're looking at 1.354 support and resistance up at the 1.4038. So you see 1, 2, 3 times. Couldn't get through there. So we probably got a heavy seller up in there. Let's zoom out to the 4 hour again and see where we got that from. Because we've been up to $5 before. Oh, there it is. See this pivot high? So that's giving us some grease. So somebody in this range right here wants to get out. And they have a massive amount sitting on the table, slowing us down. And I would take, if I were you, if you're still in this trade, what you can do, you could pop over here, grab this Fibonacci. And I'll show you really quick. Where's my Fibonacci? There she is. We'll get the Fibonacci retracement, and we'll come down here from the bottom to the top. And actually, I always do that backwards, so we'll do that. Nope, I had it right. Yeah, bottom to the top. So you set your chop up there. The 0 at top and the 1 on the bottom. And then what you're going to look for is there are 3 levels of support on the way back down. So we know that this thing is oversold. You see the RSI, it is way oversold. I'm sorry, overbought. Oh, I did it again. But, so what you can anticipate for that RSI to get back to normal range is going to pull back to the 0.236 fib, the 0.38. Typically, it may even come all the way down to the 0.5. And so you can use this Fibonacci to kind of help you set support levels to watch out for, because we really don't have that much to, we have some old price history that was way back here in 26th of July. So keep that in mind. And you can always take that stop level and follow it up. Whatever your risk level is, you can take this kind of incrementally, keep stops up in there. On to cheese, CHZ USD. It's up 6.14%, so it's having a good day as well. As you see here, we have a 2 goes at this range of resistance, 0.2874. Once again, we'll pop on over to that support level, 1 hour time frame, to get you that. And we can find that rascal right there at the 0.2778. Let's move on to Theta. It's THETA USD. Theta down 3.57, so it's kind of quietening down a little bit. I think it was one of the, it was one of the first to move. So it's a little bit ahead of the curve. As you can see, we set this for you this morning. 0.7, I should say 7.202 support resistance. Gosh almighty. And then your support level right there as we retest the 6.887. So hanging in there. If you're still in this guy, let's move that stop loss just beneath that 12-day moving average. On to ENJB USD, up 3.85%. And you can see here clearly on the chart, we look left, we see this previous high. It's retesting that as we speak. So watch out for that 1.4605 is your first level of resistance, and the next one's going to be that pivot high at the 1.4846, and you got another one sitting up here. So still got some work to do here, but it is on the move. Let's look at ONE USD. It's Harmony 1. We're up 2.57% for today. You know, Harmony 1 finally broke out here. I'm glad to see that. That's been on the watch list for some time, but we've just been going sideways forever. So it's good to see some volatility come into Harmony 1. Let's bust on into that 1 hour time frame and get you that support level, because some of you may have jumped on this rascal. So 0.0794 is your level of support. 0.0809 is your resistance. Shiba Inu, how'd I do? Man, I almost got it. Almost nailed it this time. We have resistance all the way for you at the right there. I do want to point out that we are inverted. So now you have the 100-day, the 50, the 26, and the 12. So what does that tell you? That tells you that we have downward pressure pushing the stock down. Stock, I should say. Stock. Token. So watch out for that. Just keep that in mind. So look at your resistance level at the point 0.0000637, and we got a new support level though. That's encouraging at the 50625. So ICP finally broke out. I was glad to see that. I just added that to the watch list back in here. We're seeing some activity, and I noticed that there were a lot of interest, and it's being talked about on Twitter and things like that. So we added that to the watch list. It's starting to go. So got all the way up to, let's get back out of there. What are we doing here, folks? There we are. Back to normal. We have resistance up there at the 52.26. Is that an all-time high? No, it's not. Gosh, this thing was up to $630 at some time. Wow. So 52.260 resistance, and there's your support level still hanging in there. 47.569er. RSI overbought, so keep that in mind. Big, massive volume on the buy side going into this thing. And a nice indication here, when you see this real thin, see it's going red to green as we speak. So this candle was red all the way down to here into support, and looks like it's trying to form a bullish candle. And let's move on to AMP USD, up 3.14%. Doing this little sideways thing. We can move up these levels just a tiny bit, and we will zoom in for you so you can see a little bit better. And there we go. Resistance at the point 06267. Support now at the 0.0606. RSI in good shape. Big volume here, above average. So the interest coming in there for AMP. We're looking here at BTC.D. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart, and that tells you what percentage of Bitcoin is to the entire crypto market cap. So that percentage is 47.04, and we are up 1.51%. Have a look at ETH. ETH is down 1%, so it's down to 19.77. Then the Doge. The Doge continues to bleed off here. So folks are just unloading Doge left and right. Down to 1.57. And total crypto market cap is encouraging. As you can see, we're starting to climb up. So we're up to 1,704 billion. Well, folks, that does it for me for the evening. Have a great night, and I appreciate you coming by. If you're out there on YouTube, hit that like button. Extremely painless. And I will see you in the morning for the Crypto Morning Show. Have a great evening, folks.